and thank you for taking the time to let us present our ideas to you. I'm Cadet Lysek, and I'm here today with my partners, Cadet Weech and Cadet Lee. As you know, your office tasked us with presenting you some solutions for the issue of refugee radicalization in Syria. Currently, over 4 million people have left their homes due to the civil war. This is a threat to national security due to the potential for these refugees to be influenced by radical groups such as the Islamic State, the Taliban, or Al-Qaeda. Our project is to recommend solutions to minimize the risks of refugee radicalization in the Yukon area of responsibility.
So first we identified the stakeholders in the situation. This included Yukon, the nations accepting the refugees, and the refugees themselves. They all have slightly different interests but share the same goals in the situation, which is to limit refugee radicalization. Once we identified the groups with the highest vested interest in our problem, we were able to come up with the basic needs of the stakeholder. The system shall minimize conflict, provide stability, eliminate terror organizations, increase refugee quality of life, increase funding for the camps, and increase the number of people leaving camps for a better job.
Using Zwickie's morphological box, a design tool using generating alternate solutions, we identified 8 different key decisions that impact the effectiveness of our model. Sources of funding, housing, education, troops, propaganda, jobs, recreation, and conflict. Each key decision was created as a way to meet the identified stakeholder needs. Source of funding impacts not only host nations, but Yukon as well. Implementing any solution to a problem as complex as refugee radicalization comes at a cost, and identifying how that cost will be met is critical. Living conditions within refugee camps are often very poor, and many refugees leave camps seeking better living conditions. Building public housing or long-term facilities will improve quality of life for refugees and reduce the risk of radicalization. Education is essential in equipping refugees with the knowledge that will allow them to become fully integrated and successful in a host nation. Specifically for Yukon, the presence of troops plays a role in reducing the risk of refugee radicalization. An increased U.S. troop presence may discourage terrorist organizations seeking to infiltrate and influence refugee camps. Propaganda through social media and other mediums have been used to recruit and must be eliminated. Jobs and recreation within refugee camps must be established to improve morale and the culture within refugee camps. Giving refugees an outlet that occupies their free time will change the culture within refugee camps, a more positive, optimistic culture that will reduce conflict within the refugee camps themselves.
Once we came up with these, we formed them into several potential solutions. Through our feasibility matrix, we could eliminate combinations that would be impossible to implement due to the nature of the solution itself.